And this morning I want to continue my conversation about Alfred Stieglitz with a discussion, primarily in his own words, of the steerage, the most important photograph of the 20th century. He was on his way to Europe with his family. They were living in the upper deck of the boat Kaiser Wilhelm III, which was the largest steamer of the time and the fastest to cross the ocean. This is June of 1907. Stieglitz was bored and he wandered around. He said, "There were women and men and children on the lower deck of the steerage. There was a narrow stairway leading to the upper deck of the steerage, a small deck right to the bow of the steamer. To the left was an inclining mast, and from the upper steerage deck there was fastened a gangway bridge that was glistening in its freshly painted state. It was a rather long white and during the trip remained untouched by anyone. On the upper deck, looking over the railing, was a young man with a straw hat. The shape of the hat was round. He was watching the men and women and the children below the deck. A white straw hat, the funnel leading left, actually it was a mast, the stairway leading right, the white drawbridge with its railing made of circular chains, white suspenders crossing the back of the man in the steerage below, round shapes of iron machinery, a mast cutting into the sky making a triangular shape. I saw shapes relating to each other. I was inspired by a picture of shapes and underlying that feeling I had about life." Stieglitz always related what he was photographing to his life. He raced back to his cabin. He got his handheld 4x5 autographics. He had one glass plate. He took the photograph, captured it, and left. He was not able to develop the plate until he arrived in Paris nearly a week later. He tried to go to Kodak. They wouldn't let him into his lab, etc., etc. He went to a private photographer's home, developed the plate, offered to pay the man. The man said, "I know who you are, and it's an honor to have you in my darkroom." Stieglitz kept the developed image in its original plate holder to protect it until he returned to New York several weeks later. He knew what he had. He first published the steerage in the October 1911 issue of Camera Work, which he devoted to his own photography. He didn't publish it again until 1911 and didn't exhibit it until 1913. It has been hailed as the first proto-cubist work of art in America and pivoted contemporary photography from pictorialism to modernism. This single photograph launched the entire photographic movement of the 20th century.